Love you.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
All right. So, me and my little one have just left. Where did we just leave, man? The dentist. Now we got to go to Walmart because I need to pick up some stuff. Here, go ahead. All right. Anyways, yes, your boy's looking rough. I got to go to Walmart because I need some more Magic Shave, man. I don't use razors on my face because I don't like having razor bumps. So, if you know, you know, I use Magic Shave. But anyways, while I wait for my son to hurry his ass up, wanted to vlog real quick, man, and just really reiterate the importance of oral hygiene. Hurry up! I don't know what he's doing. Taking all day. Anyways, you know, daddy duty is live and direct. But I find it very, very compelling that so many people walk around here and not take their ass to the dentist on a regular basis. Is going to the dentist important?
Yes.
Why?
Because we do take care of our teeth.
We got to take care of our teeth so we don't get what?
Cavities.
Plaque, all of the things that make your breath stink. Very important. And we got people, and I know people like you, some of you, you guys will spend money on trips, you'll spend money on designer clothes, jewelry, vehicles, and not take your ass to the dentist to get your teeth clean, to get scraped, because that's what I just got done doing, getting your fluoride treatment, all of those things necessary to make sure that your oral health is taken care of. Now, people like myself, parents like myself, I always take my child throughout the whole journey of life with me so he can experience things that I have going on, my trials and tribulations, and to make sure when he gets older, he follows suit on the things that I do. See, Magic Shave. And it's very important that you teach your children young to make sure that they take care of their oral health, so whenever they grow up, they follow the same routine you follow. This is why you have to lead by example. Tuesday content starts right now. Good day, good people. It's AT Malone, the first of my name because the second is already here. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos from your boy. Now, as you've seen in that vlog, man, me and my son just went to the dentist. I had to go to Walmart, pick up some stuff, which I still forgot some things to pick up, so I gotta go back to the store. But I like to have these moments captured, guys, to show you how human I am and the things that I have going on in my life as a single father, the things that a parent has to go through, let alone making sure that you're taking care of yourself at the same time that you're taking care of everybody else. And I want to stress to you guys that you must take care of your oral hygiene, man. I understand nobody wants to go to the dentist, but why would you want to walk around with plaque all in your teeth? Anytime you smile, it's visible. Your breath stinks most of the time. It doesn't matter how many times you brush your teeth, you still have to go seek professional help to make sure that your teeth are up to par. Your gums are healthy, all of those things. You got to get your x-rays, and also you got to make sure that your kids are following suit. If you are not taking your children to the dentist, you know, at least once a year, you're supposed to go twice, right? Every 6 months, then you are doing your child a big time disservice, guys. You got to make sure that those things are taken care of, no matter how much of a pain in the ass it is to sit there and schedule the appointments, 6 months ahead of time. You got to do what you have to do, man. When your kids get older, there is a certain expectation that you should have for them. But in order to make that expectation or to set that expectation, you got to lead by example. You must practice what you preach. You must follow suit. The things that you expect from your child, you need to be doing the same exact thing. So they can't come back and say, well, you didn't do this whenever I was growing up. You didn't take me here. You didn't take me to the dentist. Man, listen, I remember when I moved in with my father when I was a teenager, this dude never took me to the dentist. And you want to know what happened? When I turned 18, me and my mom reconnected again. She put me on her insurance. I went to the dentist and I had a mouth full of cavities and had to get everything filled up, right? And I told myself, after enduring all of that, and of course some of it is me, right? Having bad habits, drinking soda, doing all of that shit, that I will make sure that my son goes to the dentist every single year. And that's what I've been doing. Solo dolo by myself, making sure that he goes to the dentist, making sure that he brushes his teeth, making sure that he has a electric toothbrush, and he's doing all of those things. That's why he's never had any cavities at all, man. He cannot make the same mistakes that I made, and I can't make the same mistakes that my parents made with me, right? We have to evolve from. We have to be better versions of. So make sure that you take care of your oral hygiene. Maybe you don't take that trip this year and you have to come up with the money to, schedule an exam, get your cleaning done, even invest in braces if your teeth are crooked. See, a lot of you guys who like to create content, you realize that people are looking at your appearance, right? And yeah, I know I'm scruffy right now, but I just told you guys, I just bought my magic shave, so I'll look better later on. When I do my Thursday morning thoughts, I'll have a clean shave. I'll be fresh to death. But anyways, as a content creator, people are watching you, right? They're looking at your teeth. They're analyzing you. They're making sure that you are being a great representation of yourself. So if you want to be in the spotlight and you want to be in front of a camera, make sure that you are presenting your best self. Don't be a fat piece of shit. Don't be walking around with crooked ass teeth, but yet you're wearing designer clothes and you're wearing jewelry and you're trying to fake it till you make it. It's okay to be a adult with braces or Invisalign. It shows that you care about your oral hygiene. You want to make sure that you have straight teeth. There's nothing wrong with that. I am not embarrassed by being 40 years old and having braces, guys, at all. I don't care, because I know that people who see me with these braces know that I am taking care of my appearance, all right? So that was a nice little 5-minute dialogue, but we gonna jump right into it. And it's Tuesday, so you know what we on, right? We are on The Richest Man in Babylon, and we're on chapter 10, and this is part 3. And the chapter is titled The Luckiest Man in Babylon. So just to recap, last week we talked about Sharru, and he is trying to convince this fat, good-natured man who needs a baker to help him out at his shop to bake goods. Now remember, Sharru is the last slave that has not been sold. Megiddo has just been sold, other slaves have been sold, and he does not want to go to the wall. So he's sitting here trying to convince this man to take a risk on him so he don't have to go to that wall. So we're gonna start from there. Now, the man was impressed by Sharru's willingness and started bargaining with the dealer and ended up buying Sharru. So Sharru ends up getting bought by this guy, and Sharru felt like the luckiest man in Babylon. Now, his master was named Nananade and taught him how to grind the barley in the stone bowl that stood in the courtyard, how to build the fire in the oven, and how to grind the sesame flour for the honey cakes that he made. Well, Sharru slept on a couch in the shed where the grain was stored and was fed by an old slave housekeeper named Swasti. Now, don't you like when a good plan turns out the right way. Now, if you remember, Sharru got that information from Godoso as far as making sure that he sells himself well so he can get sold to a good master. He took that advice and turned it or put it into action. And it's the same way with interviews in modern day times, right? If you interview well, you might not even be the most qualified for the position. But if you have a great interview, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get that job based upon how you sell yourself. So make sure whenever you're in these type of situations, whether you're trying to, apply for a position, you get that interview, or if you have a product to sell to the people or customers, make sure that you sell it well, and I guarantee you it will work out for you. All right. So even though things are going well with Sharru, he's still looking at the big picture, earning his way to freedom. So he asked Nanane to show him how to knead the bread and bake the bread, and he did. So Nanane showed him. Then he asked him to show him how to make honey cakes. And soon after that, Sharru was doing all of the baking. Now, when I was reading this, I started having flashbacks because I was in that same situation at 17 years old. My father got me a job at a screen printing shop where they printed all of his uniforms because he was a basketball coach. And the owner, which is my mentor, man, he died, rest in peace. I actually got his initials tattooed on my wrist, man, to represent, because without him, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now, right? So he took a shot on me, and I first started cleaning screens for him. And if anybody is in the textile industry, y'all know what I'm talking about. So he had me cleaning screens, he had me coating screens, and then he had me burning screens. So once I got the hang of it, I started wanting more. I asked him to show me how to print. So he had me print these one color jobs, easy jobs, right? Even though I messed up a whole bunch, he continued to teach me and show me. And the thing that he, enjoyed about me is the fact that I would always show up to work on time, not late. I would be at work. So as I continued to progress in this skill set, because this is a trade, he started teaching me more things. He taught me how to set up jobs. He taught me how to print, multiple color jobs. And as time went by, I was doing all of the printing in the shop. I was the man. So I understand exactly what Sharru was doing and why he was doing it. And this is the results. You learn as much as you can. That way, the person that's teaching you can sit back and rest, right? That's a good thing. But anyways, so now that Sharru knows how to do everything, he starts thinking about how to earn coins to buy his freedom. Since all the baking would be done at noon, he thought Nanane would approve of him working in the afternoons and split profits with him. Then he came up with the idea of baking more honey cakes and selling them in the streets of Babylon. And that's where I stopped there, man, because this was a lot to unpack, even though it was only a few pages, due to the fact that it's very relatable. See, Sharru was always thinking about the big picture, the end game, right? He didn't want to be a slave for a long period of time. Plus, if you pay attention, he was always trying to figure out how he could get out of slavery, right? He was asking Pirate about what the plowers meant by the king awaits them at the wall, to go into Godoso and expressing to him what he would need to do in order to find a good master and executing the plan. This is why living for the now is not as important as planning for the future and understanding what you want your future to look like, right? If Sharru was only living for the now, he would probably have been sent to the wall. Everybody else besides Megiddo were looking at how they could get out of slavery. And that's what he was doing since he was in slavery. And that's what we got to make sure that we remain in a place where it's not where you're at, it's where you're going. Okay? And understanding that. This is why I'm so future forward, and I want to make sure that my life is mapped out. So whenever I am in my 50s, 60s and up, I know exactly where I want to be. That's why I'm working so hard right now to get to that position, guys. And that's what we got. We don't have a whole bunch of time to waste on living for the present. We got to focus on our future and prioritize that, because the time goes way fast, man. I'm telling you, I'm 40 years old, right? I could remember things from when I was 2, 3, 4 years old. So it goes by just like that. So make sure that you're focusing on the future, and I guarantee you things will pan out for you. All right. Well, that is Tuesday's content. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Me and my son are actually about to head out, go to the gym. I'm gonna get my second workout of the day knocked out, because I do 2 a days, Monday through Thursday. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Feel like they tryna box me in, so I keep a small circle around me, so fuck friends, I kept it real out the gate, these other cats pretend, reigning supreme is something that will never end, so now and then, they got me